I don't know why. I'm nervous.
You're
Why?
nervous? Oh,
Maybe
that's so
'cause-
funny. Oh, hello! We're live! Happy Tuesday! And Tuesdays for us at Gift means Travel Talk Live. So welcome to I can't count anymore. I've lost count of how many episodes we've done. Our 6th episode of Travel Talk Live. Woohoo! We have a very special guest today, Julia Matheson, Travel Julia's Way. She came down from Hickory. Luckily, that's not a very long drive for her. And she was coming anyway, so we thought we would have her co-host with me because Vanessa's not in the office today. She is actually in Toronto. She's speaking at a travel marketplace, romance travel forum or something like that. So she's busy in Toronto. Julia's here to sit in for Vanessa, and we've got some really, really good stuff to chat about today. The reason why we do Travel Talk Live, I'd like to say, I think somebody else came up with this term. It's called edutainment. But I do think that's pretty much what it comes down to. We want to educate, we want to entertain, and we want to energize you. You know, we work in a really, really, really cool industry. We're so lucky to be able to be working in this industry. It should be fun. It should be positive. But I feel like there's a lot of negativity in our industry, and cynicism, I guess, is another way to say it. So we want to change that. That is our intention. But what we want to
a fun necklace.
There you
in
go.
honor of Vanessa,
And it
since she can't be
matches,
here.
like,
I know it's got the
it
gift.
coordinates with our colors in here.
I tried, Vanessa.
We could make a pillow out of it. It would go with the room. So we are here to educate, we are here to energize, and we are here to entertain. It being, the leaders of Gift, we have an interesting perspective because we come across travel business owners every single day. We work with hundreds, if not thousands a year. And we really can see what is working and what's not. And so Travel Talk Live is our way of kind of bringing it back to you so that you have a constant finger on the pulse of how to be successful in your business. So,
Thanks, Gift.
yay! All right, so who's our member shout out? Member shout out for today, for this week. We actually have 2 members that we want to recognize because of the cool edutainment they're doing in their own way. Actually, you should be included in this because you're doing it too.
Sure.
But we want to, our member shout out goes to Lisa Ross-Meisel, Shannon LeBlanc, because they are using Facebook Live and doing their own weekly web shows, which is so awesome and so cool. And by the way, if you are listening and paying attention and you're kind of interested in doing something like that, watch their shows, see how they're doing it. Julia actually does one too. You do it weekly?
Mine's every other week.
Every other week, okay.
And it's not nearly as well done as theirs.
Oh,
I would
stop.
say.
You're doing it.
I'm doing it.
It's
And,
imperfectly cool.
Yes, yeah. But they do a great job. And Lisa, in particular, is really great about liking mine and Shannon's. And she made a good point on the Gift Forum today that, even if you see that someone's going live, one of us, Gift, anybody, it's really nice to give an extra like or love.
That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
If you're just scrolling through and you see them live, go ahead and like it because it really helps with their engagement. If they see, the higher the engagement Facebook sees, the more they're going to show it to other people.
Yeah.
So it helps. So share the love. No pun intended. So that is Lisa Ross-Meisel with Boomerang Escapes. Her weekly show is on Sundays, and it's Why Australia. And she's so funny. She wears her little hat, and she plays
Your
the
favorite
music.
Sheila, exactly.
Yeah, and it's really good. I'm really impressed, Lisa. You're doing a great job. And then Shannon LeBlanc is Paradise Vacation Escapes. And her weekly web show is Romance Travel TV, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
She's talking all things romance on her TV show. What did she say the other day? She cracks me up, the little things that she comes up with. Anyway, and then Julia's doing every other week. So go ahead, support your fellow Gift members who are actually doing something like this. It's a fantastic way to put yourself out there. And actually, I had a little chat with Vanessa this morning. She wanted me to give her a little bit of a pep talk in preparation for her talk today. She's talking today on Facebook Live, and it's not till later this afternoon, but what I said to her, I was like, if you want, I think what you should start out with is begin your conversation on Facebook Live by saying to the entire audience, so I'm going to say to everybody listening right now, if the most helpful thing I can share with you about Facebook Live is a reframe. So many people are looking at both Facebook in general, but also Facebook Live more specifically as a place to get clients, get business, get bookings, get promotion, get PR, right? That's what they're doing with Facebook, and specifically Facebook Live. And the reframe around Facebook Live, which these guys have already done, is it's a place to give. And so Facebook Live is a fantastic platform to give. Give what? Give your value, give your brilliance, give your wisdom.
Isn't that what you say? Give them the best for free and they'll pay
give
for
them
the
best. Yep, exactly. They'll pay for the rest. So,
and it's really not scary. It's super easy.
It's not.
I always try and keep it short, and mine are always like 15 or 20, like 20 minutes long.
It's
it
like,
can
wait
go
a minute.
really fast.
Exactly. All right, so kudos to Lisa Ross Meisel, kudos to Shannon LeBlanc, kudos to Julia Matheson for using Facebook Live and doing their own weekly web show. That is so cool. Check them out if you want to get inspired and to do something like that for yourself, for your own business. All right, so we'll move on to our tip of the week, which Julia is going to actually hijack that part of the Travel Talk Live, this one and the next one. But before we do that, I want to have a little bit of a conversation so you guys that don't know Julia can get to know her a little bit better. So why don't you give us a little bit of a backstory about, when you started your business, why you started your business, and some of the evolution that you've gone through.
Yeah, there's been quite an evolution, to be honest. So I officially launched my business in, I believe it was like September, October of 2013. I had been working for a wholesaler, a receptive wholesaler, so a company that organized trips for Europeans coming into the U.S. and Canada. And I had run their FIT department for a few years, so I knew the industry, and I knew geography. I've traveled all over the world and love to travel, obviously. And so when I left that company and went traveling for 6 months by myself, I was like, I can do this myself. I know travel. I don't need any help. And so I launched a business. And then about a year went by, and I was like, I don't have a clue what I'm doing. And I met Meredith at a travel show and or saw her speak on a panel and introduce myself. And then I went to the workshop the next February, the Book More Travel workshop, and basically was like, okay, sign me up. I need everything that you're selling. And so I did. I joined the Diamond Mastermind program, which is the highest level that they offer of coaching.
Yeah, you just went straight into
it. I did. Vanessa got me on the phone, and you can't say no to Vanessa. So. And so really, that first year, and this actually, I'm glad you asked me this, because I felt like that first year was sort of like understanding what I wanted my business to be, and really believing that I could do this. I could run my own business. And then at the end of that year, we realized that I needed to rebrand, because my original brand was great, and I do love it. It had a cute little Eiffel Tower, had a great logo.
It was. It was a cute logo.
Yeah. But it was, the brand itself didn't fit me and where I wanted to take my company. So the whole next year was about rebranding and really getting crystal clear on my message and my vision. And then last year was really about letting go of all of my own fears and getting out of my own way and really believing in myself. And so I've had pretty awesome growth this year.
So she has had awesome growth, and that's why I wanted her to tell the story, is because it wasn't perfect when she started out, and you have gone through evolutions, and you have gone through rebranding, and you have changed the name. And so I think there's so many people who think, well, it's got to be perfect the first time,
right? And it also didn't happen overnight. A lot of times when people hear that you joined the Diamond Mastermind, they're like, oh, next year. No, it took me a good 3 years.
It doesn't happen immediately. Exactly. And I think and I love how you talked about, because I feel like the analogy is like this person who, your business is analogous to a person who, you know, is trying to put on a costume or a suit to play the part that she thinks the people want her to be. Right? Which we learn in the corporate world. Mm-hmm. We totally learn that in the corporate world. Like, I've got to wear, if I'm working for Merrill Lynch, I've got to wear the black suit, you know.
Shannon said I look radiant. I appreciate that, Shannon. I looked over.
She does look radiant. Hi, Vanessa. She's there. Anyway, so what happened in that first evolution was, like, you shed the costume or the mask that you thought your clients would want you to look like, and you came into your own, and you were like, no, this is me. Mm-hmm. And that's when we changed the name to Travel Julia's Way. This is who you are.
I'm opinionated and bossy. It just is.
Love it. And there are people that want to be bossed around.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that like being
apparently
bossed
around. Tons of clients now.
And then she went through another evolution once she did that, because all of a sudden you're like, you've opened the kimono. You're like, oh, okay, now like me. I hope you really like me, because this isn't really who I am. And then all the beliefs come up, right? Like, all the limiting beliefs come up, and you've had a good year of just shedding them. Mm-hmm. I heard it on a podcast this morning, the whole concept of limiting beliefs and how they get in our way. And, like, isn't it funny how we think that we shouldn't have limiting beliefs? But if you think about it, any computer system comes with bugs. Like, there is no phone or iPad or computer or any kind of a digital system that comes without bugs.
Yeah.
And you don't get a device and think, I'll never have to upgrade it. Or upgrade the application. Right?
Yeah.
So that's what limiting beliefs are, is just when they surface, it's a fantastic opportunity to be like, oh, I got to upgrade my system on this.
I like that.
Because it's not working.
It's true. It's really true.
It's not serving me. All right. So, hello, Tracy.
Aw, hi, Tracy.
Okay, so she went through another year of just kind of like shedding a lot of these beliefs, and there's still going to be more. We never finish that part of the process. But as she's done it, what I love is the results that you've had. Mm-hmm. So tell everybody what you just told me a few minutes ago about your numbers.
Yeah. Well, so I had, small growth and consistent growth, over those past several years. But for this year, I'm already over like 1.5 times my sales for all of 2017. And it's just May.
It's just May. So wait. So let me just clarify that. Let me slow that down for the people who are not such fast processors as you are. So she had X amount of sales in all of 2017. She's had 1.5x sales year to date, which is not even halfway through the year yet for 2018. So she's increased her sales by 50% already. And we're not even through the end of the year. Mm-hmm. But the bigger one is...
The cooler one is that I am well over double in my profit or my commissions earned.
Mm-hmm. Revenue. Right. And your expenses probably haven't increased a huge amount. I mean,
although I did hire an assistant.
You hired an assistant. See? So look what happened to our revenues.
I know.
It's amazing what happens when we actually spend more, we make more.
Yeah. it's really cool. And I mean, there are obviously some reasons in there, but I mean, that's there were some definite tweaks that I've learned, that I have adjusted and have paid attention to, and it that really impressed me that my,
even though your sales haven't grown,
your sales have magnitude.
Grown. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Your revenue growth has outpaced your sales growth, which is so cool.
Yeah.
And that also comes from being really aware of your numbers.
Yeah.
Like taking your head out of the sand and actually looking at things, because then you start to pay attention when you're on the individual bookings themselves. You're kind of like, ooh, I probably could make a little bit more on this if I just do this and I do that and da-da-da. So I love it. That's awesome. So congratulations. Everybody give Julia some love. Congratulations for her success. She deserves it. She should really, really milk it. Enjoy the feeling of it. All right.
you.
Oh, Robin's watching. She's going to like our news.
Oh, okay.
And travel. Robin, you have to stay on till the
Yes.
end because we have some really cool news and travel that we're going to talk about. All right. So, moving on to the tip of the week. So, what we do on Travel Talk Live every single week is we have a business tip of the week and then we have a mindset tip of the week. And so I thought I would put Julia on the spot because she loves being put on the spot and ask her, what is your biggest business tip to somebody who is in the before part of your story?
Right.
You know, they're still at the point where they're kind of struggling, their business isn't thriving yet, but they know it will be there someday. What is your number one business tip for those people?
Well, it's to get really, really clear on what your value is, be able to articulate your value super clearly, concisely, and easily. Own it, know it, love it, and who that value serves. So know your medicine and who needs it.
Who needs it most?
As if in Meredith talk. But I mean, you know, there are some people that go really, really deep into their ideal client. I haven't like created an exact avatar, but I mean, I know exactly who my client is, and I know what I bring to the table, and so that's everything stems from that. My marketing, what trips I accept, what trips I refer out, because I do. I say no.
To get a little bit more, put you on the spot even a little bit more.
Okay.
What is it that you're?
Can I articulate it really easily? Yes.
I'll ask you that first.
Okay.
Go ahead and answer. What is your thing? Like
my thing? I help create great days. I'm really great at planning. I help busy professionals who want to still experience the je ne sais quoi of a destination, the true essence of a destination, but they don't have the time to do all the research themselves, and they still want, you know, an authentic experience. They still want to know that people are people no matter where they are in the world.
It's so funny because like people, they want to experience that je ne sais quoi, but it actually demands planning.
Yeah.
And wisdom. And
like who is, I think Insight or something, some company said luxury isn't, I forget the term about, it's not magic, it's great planning.
Right. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's a really good tagline.
That's really good. And even spontaneity.
Yeah.
Even having some spontaneity, you actually have to plan for spontaneity. So that's really awesome. I love it. You definitely own it, and I feel like it's very magnetic. It's kind of like, oh, I want to know more about that, you know, or I know someone for you, kind of thing. I totally know who would love you.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other question I had is, how did you get there? Like, how did you get clear on that?
Actually, that came to me really in a Tessa meeting. I still remember it. It was, I believe it was in Cancun, the Tessa in Cancun, a year and a half or two.
Tessa is our Travel Entrepreneur Success Academy for anyone who is watching that doesn't know, although most of the people watching do know.
Okay.
But yes, so it's a year-long program, or 9-month program.
And you were telling the same, teaching the same kind of formula for your message.
Right.
That that I'd heard, I don't know how many times before, a million times before, but I finally sort of formulated it. I had been through enough evolution and had shed enough stuff, I guess, or whatever, that I finally it just clicked in my brain, and I was like, I help people who want to, and so I did the whole thing, and it really sticks, and
you create enjoyable days.
Yeah. Well, and I help people who've graduated from the DIY backpacker mode of travel, but they still like that authentic experience. So that's, it all just
they're like 20
together.
or 30 years later, they did the backpacker thing, and they're like, but I make money now.
I want a little bit nicer hotel. I don't have hostels for me. So,
Oh, I love that. That's really cool. Very, very cool.
But yeah, I mean, it did take... hearing the content that Gift provides several times over and over and over.
For sure. All right, so everybody hear that? Julia's biggest tip for you to have success, to really get on the fast path of success, is to get very, very clear on what you do and what you offer, and get incredibly clear on who wants that and needs it. So the mindset tip of the week, let's move on to that. And so I'm going to put her on the spot again and ask her, what is your biggest mindset wisdom that you've gotten over the years? What's your biggest mindset tip for other people?
Mm-hmm. Well, and again, I mean, it's one of your biggies. It's one of the big ones. You have to believe in yourself. You have to own it. You have to really believe in yourself and know that it's going to happen. You have to believe it before you see it.
And believe in your success.
Believe in your success.
Believe that you're worthy of success.
Yes, that's a big one.
Yes.
Believe that you're not greedy for making money, doing this profession that we do.
We do not have to take the oath of poverty.
No. But also it's valuing. It's believing that what you do has value.
Yes.
I mean, that's a big one. There was somebody that was, I forget who it is, and it was a while ago, and it was just an offhand comment you made to me. But somebody had a beautiful social media feed, but not as much business. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, she's doing, her feed is, her social media is so together. Why isn't the business following? And you said, oh, she doesn't believe in herself. Just literally offhand. It was just a sidebar comment. And it's true. And whatever she's done, I know that this agent has now come to believe in herself. She has an amazing business. And so that's, I feel like, a little bit what I've done.
Yeah, you finally really believe in it.
Yeah, I really took that to heart and really have done a lot of work to love myself.
Right. Which is a shift from fear to love.
Yeah.
Loving yourself it's that simple. Or it's another way to say it is from ego to soul-centered, you know what I mean? Like,
that ego stuff has been really cool. I like that stuff.
Oh, I had more today, which is a whole nother conversation. We won't go there yet. But anyway, so your business mindset tip, your mindset tip of the week is believe in yourself. And beyond believing in yourself, just believe in what you want. If you truly believe in what you want, it's impossible for it to not happen. But I think what happens, most of us are so addicted or conditioned to observe what's going on, and the success isn't going to come until you believe in it, but you're looking around you for validation of your success.
Yeah.
And so you get
that
stuck.
was a big one for me. I really like recognition.
Yeah.
And that was hard for me to realize that I needed to know that it would come when it was ready to come,
right,
or whatever.
Right. As a little bit of a plug for today's e-zine. By the way, how much time do we have?
You're good. You still have like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay. As a little plug for today's e-zine, I wrote a brand new article. It was all about when you're feeling like you're in a funk. So give me a thumbs up if you've ever felt like you've been in a funk in your business.
Absolutely.
And it's all about finding the spark again to fall in love with your business. And so the whole art, and this is based upon the talk that Vanessa's going to give on Thursday in Toronto. Oh yeah, there we go. Getting lots of agreement that there's definitely that's something you're going to go through as a business owner, and in multiple times. Mm-hmm. But it's true if you're in a so I make the analogy between romantic relationships and the relationship you have with your business, and they're really parallel. And so the mistakes that you're making in your romantic relationship are the same mistakes you're making in your business relationship. And so the 3 critical mistakes are what I talk about in the article. So go read today's weekly electronic newsletter, the one that Binos thing that you get from me. The subject line said, have you fallen out of love? Or do you need to rekindle the flame?
And I said, no, mine's on fire.
She's like, no, I don't need to. I really don't. And I said, you're a rare breed, Julia.
It can happen.
But go read today's article, because I share with you the 3 most common mistakes people are making in their relationship, but they're also making it in the relationship with their business. And I share with you how to stop making those mistakes. So, and if you can get those things right, things are going to change for the good, big time. And guess what? You get a positive side effect of rekindling the flame in your romantic relationship, too. All right, so let's see if we have... Shannon, she's so cute. Yeah. Don't just fall in love, stay in love. That's Shannon's tagline. I love it. Oh, Amanda gave us a thumbs up.
Thanks.
Oh, someone was giving me the want to rekindle the flame. I was just reflecting on that meeting. So Lisa Ross Meisel, I was just reflecting on that meeting this morning and how far you've come from the emotional fear. Yes, around money. Mm-hmm. All right. So, why don't we move on? Because actually the news and travel is a big one, and it may take a little while. Mm-hmm. So the news and travel that we want to talk about today, well, first I want to give a little plug for Travel Entrepreneurship Week. For those of you watching, please mark your calendars. It's the week of June 18th to the 23rd. We will be going live twice a day, and we will be bringing you content that is literally pulling the best of the best from everything we've ever delivered before. And how do we know it's the best of the best? It's because it's what people are getting results from. So we're going to be talking about things like, should I get my own credentials or should I host? That's one conversation. Another one is how to use Canva to upgrade your brand. It's a fantastic tool and it's free, and there's a lot of stuff you can do with Canva that is going to totally make your brand look better and more professional. So anyways, lots and lots of really good topics like that. June 18th to the 23rd, going live twice a day, is totally free. You can come and attend in your pajamas. You don't have to buy a plane ticket. There's no money you have to invest in it, just your time and your attention. All right, so the plug for Travel Entrepreneurship Week. Okay, so news and travel. What we want to talk about today is Hawaii. That's why I wanted Robin to stick around. We want to talk about the volcano in Hawaii, and we want to really set the record straight because you guys are the experts. And there's a lot of myths going around. There's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of misunderstanding going around.
A lot of people are canceling trips for no
reason at all. Poor Hawaii is losing business for absolutely no good reason. Yeah. So we want to set the record straight, and we talked to our very own Hawaii expert, Lisa Fletcher, here in our office, who is a huge Hawaii expert, fan, lover of Hawaii. And basically what she said to us is, go ahead and tell us.
So, and this is the way you can talk about it to your clients, so there is a volcano that's erupting, and that's a big deal, and it's
absolutely
obviously something you have to keep your eye on. But if you look at like the big island of Hawaii, first of all, that's the furthest east from all the other islands. It's a whole big island. It's far away from Oahu and Honolulu and Maui and Kauai. And the volcano is like in the far lower corner of the island, of that particular island. And so the wind is blowing it this way, away from the other islands. Obviously the wind could change. But
it's 120 miles away.
Yeah, from
the coast.
From the coast of that everybody hangs out on the Big Island, from the Kona coast. It's so far from where 99% of your clients will be going. So there is like zero reason to cancel.
Well, especially if you're not even going to that island.
Right. I mean,
and there's so many things that are on other islands, right?
Absolutely. So, hardly anybody really even goes to the Big Island. They go to Oahu or Maui or Kauai.
Exactly.
And the other thing is there's Robin's, the Hawaii CVB is putting out so much great information that's true. And so, like, I just, again, coming from a place of giving, I just shared, there's a map, that shows where
it's like a visual.
Yeah, just a visual picture of the Big Island and where the volcano is affecting it, all the way down in the one corner with mountains separating it from the other part of the island. And I just shared it. I was like, guys, PSA, like, don't cancel your trip to Hawaii. It's, like, blowing up. Like, the engagement on it is
don't
huge.
Cancel your intention to go to Hawaii.
No.
There's no reason to do that.
I mean, that's part of our job as travel experts, is to educate our clients. Calm them down from the media craziness and
absolutely
educate them on geography, if nothing else.
So all of you, we ask that you do that. Use your platform, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, or even email. Use your platforms to get the news out, because it's true. You like flip on the news and you see them reporting, and it's like, I can imagine if I had a lot of money invested in a trip to Hawaii, I might be like, what am I doing? And
I mean, it's a good point. You do need to, like, when something happens, when the volcano was going off in Bali, like, that was a little bit more of a dicey situation. So you I had a great partner that was emailing me every day, and I was sharing that with my clients when it was appropriate. So, I mean, that's our job, is to be on top of what's happening in the world,
Right.
politically, nature-wise, anything, and share that with our client.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And thank you, Lisa, for sharing my post. That's part of the reason why it's getting good engagement, I know. So
Lisa Ross Meisel says people need to pay attention in geography class.
they do, and they did not. That's our job.
Hi, Belkis.
Oh, hi, Belkis.
She just joined too. All right, so that is our news in travel. And once again, don't forget to join us for Travel Entrepreneurship Week. Where do we go? It's Travel
Megan, I like that idea.
.com. What did she say? Maybe we should all go to the Koala Coast and Facebook Live from our beach chair. I like that.
That's a great
yes,
idea.
Megan. And by the way, Megan, I love your new logo. It's awesome. Awesome. I'm so excited for you. Very excited for the whole evolution of her brand that's coming about. It's a very cool story. She's got a super cool story. I'll tell you later.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so that's it. We're wrapping it up. How about
fast that was?
See how easy it was?
I had no reason to be nervous.
Thank you for joining us today for Travel Talk Live. Thank you, Julia, for sitting in for Vanessa.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And have a great week, everybody. Bye.